How's it going, YouTube, and all the ISL fans out there? Welcome back to another episode of Meet the Coaches. We're here with another one of our newest coaches but first, before we get to him, let me introduce ourselves. I am Top523, coach of the Miami Heat Trans, and I'm here with my co-host.
Hi, I'm Xavier, coach of the Dallas Victory Stars.
And like I said, we are here with one of the newest coaches to the team. Please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I am Boo, aka Boo, coach of the San Francisco 49 Tails.
That is such a mouthful to say. It really is.
Mm.
I always had trouble saying it. It's like San Francisco 49 Tails. It's like
I
so
don't really know sport ball that well, so what's a 49 tails a playoff of?
49ers.
from the
Uh,
That's a football
football
team.
team.
mm,
One of the only few good California teams. Uh,
shots fired.
yeah, pretty much. Someone's gonna hate me for that comment if they're an Oakland. I mean, not know if they're a San Diego Chargers fan. They're gonna hate me for that comment. So our first question for you is: when did you start playing Pokemon?
Um, Technically, I played some Red and Blue when I was like 5 years old, but I was kind of young. I never really played with my sister's Game Boy, and she would show me what was happening. And then I played Emerald by myself when I was like 7. My parents got me an old gen for some reason, not sure why. And then I kind of dropped it and picked it back up in 6th gen, kind of like mid 6th gen.
So you're probably one of the people who played the game probably the least apparently, since you jumped around a lot.
Uh, yeah, I'm kind of young. I mean, I never really played those types of games. I was kind of more like a doubles type of guy because I played Coliseum and XD growing up, and
Uh,
those are more doubles based games. So
those
I
were
kind of
really good
figured out
games.
that they were good games. I liked those.
Yeah, XD was so much fun.
It really was. I wish they would bring it back. Like
Those are good.
Coliseum, not so much, but still good.
I enjoyed
I liked
Coliseum.
I liked Coliseums. You got Umbreon.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you could have gotten Umbreon still, and
Yeah, technically.
and with XD Gale Darkness, you had a lot more of the second gen like Pokemon you can get and stuff like that. Like a lot more Pokemon you can get in
Yeah, you
fifth
got
gen.
more options.
yeah, I felt like you did have a bit more variety in
Mm,
XD. Also, they had those little hot spots where you could get things. Also made
yeah,
it less.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
But
nice.
yeah, uh, we're continuing the trend of getting off topic at the beginning of these.
Oh yeah, of course we are. We always do. Alright, so since you bounced around a lot, when did you actually start competitive battling?
I think I think if you go onto my first showdown account and you look at my register date, and it's January 1st, 2014. So I've had like a year and a half of experience of competitive.
I mean that's enough experience so you know like what type of mons are good and what types aren't,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah, I honestly got into competitive about the same time, so yeah.
yeah, I've been doing competitive probably a little bit longer than that, but I think a lot of people are still around that same range of when they started in X and Y, so it's definitely not a bad thing. Um, so let's start talking about your draft. You had a very interesting setup since you were given a team that was already drafted due to someone no longer with us. So you had an option of choosing four of your mons and trading them out for other ones. And we'll get into which ones you traded out and which ones not. But let's first start talking about the first pick that you had options of. That you decided to keep Dragonite. Explain why you decided to keep that.
Uh, well, Dragonite is a OG legend, or not legend, but powerhouse that everybody knows that has two or one good stab. I guess they don't have a good flying type stab, but it hits hard, has good coverage, and it gets the job done. It's got multi scale. It's got a lot of things. It's got a 4 times weakness to ice, which is not the best thing, but it's got one of the best priority moves in the game, extreme speed. You can run band, you can run weakness policy, you got options. And hell, it's got a
Mm,
decent side on the special side, so you get thunder and hurricane if you want to be that rain guy.
That's
yeah,
that's definitely true. You have some mons that can sort of benefit from the rain, so that's definitely an option.
Lefty is good at setting it, so
It's
And
true.
work.
And yeah, like you said, Dragonite can be run physical, and sometimes could be run special. You can run a lot of people try to run like mixed Dragonite sometimes, and Choice Band and Extreme Speed. If it's not a Ghost type or a Fighting type, or like something that resists normal typing, it's definitely gonna do a lot of damage. So
Yeah, I don't know if you guys like played the Leaf Green Fire Red that much, but like I tried really hard to get a Dragonite, and when I did, it was like all special. It was like Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam, and then Dragon Claw.
I mean, uh,
Still a
it's
Dragonite.
it's still Dragonite that does
Still a
a lot of damn
Dragonite.
work.
Still a Dragonite, even though it was like me just putting all the things that sound powerful on it.
All the broken moves.
Yeah,
Hey, at least you didn't put Hyper Beam on there.
I
Hey,
might have at some point, honestly. I ran Hyper Beam on like everything, especially in like Battle Revolution.
Well, I mean, it
swag.
before fourth gen, Hyper Beam was a physical move, so anything that had a high physical attack, just run Hyper Beam on it, and it'll destroy everything.
True.
I
Very
mean,
true.
Lance's team and Red pretty much had Hyper Beam on everything. It seemed like.
Yeah, I ran like a Focus Blast, Sledge Bomb, Hyper Beam, Toxicroak.
Oh, dude,
I
Yo,
mentioned that before
power.
in another interview. It is power. I put in so much work wrecking everything on my brother's team.
maybe we'll see that Toxicroak put in some work this season.
I hope so. I really, really hope so.
And we're talking about someone
If he
else's
gets one
Pokemon
Hyper
products.
Beam kill, I will respect him every ounce of my body.
But we are talking about another team's Pokemon, so we don't have to worry about that.
But I'm apparently like ADD or something. I can't stay on track.
No, you never can. But so your next one was definitely one of, not if one of the best Pokemon right now in the GBA Season 4 in Weavile. Explain why you decided to keep Weavile on your team.
Well, first of all, Weavile actually is my favorite Pokemon since Sneasel came out in Gen 2. I just thought they looked really cool. And then getting to competitive when it has 125 base speed and 120 base attack, and you can just click knockoff. That's really good. Um, Especially in a gen where knockoff is so good and broken. And then you get a good priority move in Ice Shard. You get a technically an ice resistance, even though Weavile is really frail. Icicle Crash is
Weavile
strong.
does have like base 85 special defense.
Special defense. I think it's
Mm,
like
so it
40.
can
It's
take
like
like
it's like
Ice Beam if you need to.
55 or something like that in physical defense. It's got no physical defense.
I know it's paper on that side, but at the same time, like if you want to take an Ice Beam,
You
like
could, you could take an ice beam. That's true. You can
honestly,
take an ace.
Assault Vest Weavile could be a thing.
It
I'll
could
run
be.
it just for you. I'll run it just for you this year.
All right,
But
thanks.
I mean, it
You
gets
should
low
just
kick.
run one of everything I say for every mon. Run a Special Dragonite
All
and
right,
Assault Vest Weavile. I'll give you a
all right,
set for everything.
all right. Just PM them to me. I got you.
Got it.
But yeah, like you were trying to say, just low kick, knockoff, icicle crash, ice shard, night slash. I guess a lot of good assortment of moves that really benefit and help it deal with a lot of its super effective, like super weak typings. That's weak to like rock types. So like a low kick from my Weavile should almost OHKO a freaking Aggron. So yeah, that does a lot of damage.
Evile is a strong Pokemon.
It
Let me
really
just say
is,
that.
and that's why it's the on top of the leaderboard in over
The
at
GB.
the
Yeah.
GBA.
Yeah,
Mm,
really good Revenge Killer or late game sweeper.
So I hope you can do as much work with it as Moblin has done. So definitely be interesting to see. Maybe we'll
Me
see
too.
it on top of the leaderboard here as well. Now your next month was one of the months. Was your first month you decided to trade out? I don't know what you traded out for it. I don't remember.
Mamoswine. It
Was
was Mamoswine.
so you traded out Mamoswine for a Klefki, which I was actually excited to see because I really want to see Klefki in this format. So explain why you decided to do that.
So even though Mamoswine is a very strong Pokemon, got 130 base attack, it did the exact same thing that Weavile needed to do for me, which is Ice Shard and Icicle Crash, and I felt like Weavile was better for the team, and I really wasn't liking having two ice types that are physically offensive. and I'd rather have a speed and weavile um than a mammal swine. And so I went with Klefki, which gave me a steel type, which is good to have, and another fairy type. My only fairy type actually, I didn't,
Yep.
I
and
would
which is
like to
always good
see
to
a
have.
Calm Mind Klefki with Magician instead of Prankster.
Yeah, you definitely can
Ooh,
do that. Magician is if no one knows what magician does,
Yeah, don't
nice.
don't
If you
don't
don't
have
have
an
an
item
item,
on it, and you'll steal
yep,
items.
that's a good idea. Good
Who needs
plan.
knockoff?
That's my knockoff. That's a good plan. But it's a good screen setter. It has great ability in prankster. It has magnet rise for shenanigans. Has dual screens. It's good. It's great. It's a great screen setter. And overall, just a good utility mod for the team. And it gets the extra resist to ice. And it the ground type immunity or weaknesses aren't really bothered by the help thanks to the Dragonite.
I mean, plus
Klefki's just an overall.
you also can set up spikes with it, so you can just continue to set up spike after spike after spike, and just let the hazards just stack up.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And it's a keychain.
Keychains are nice.
You
It's
have to
just
jingle that, and you'll. It's very good for distracting babies.
True.
just make sure that if you have if you use a female one, you have to name it Lucy.
Yeah.
True.
If no one knows that reference, then I feel really nerdy right now. My anime.
You watch Fairy Tale?
Yes, thank you so much for the reference.
Okay, good. I was getting. I remember your Rhyperior was nicknamed Wall Maria, and you said you didn't watch Attack on Titan.
Yeah, no, I do not watch
Yeah,
Attack on Titan, but I do watch
I was
Fairy
I
Tail.
was gonna be kind of mad at you if you were using all these amazing anime names and just didn't actually watch them all.
No, I do watch Fairy Tail. I need to catch up on that. But no, I caught a shiny Klefki, and it was female, so I named it Lucy since it's gold. So like this is perfect. It's a perfect nickname for a shiny Klefki. But Klefki is really good. Like you said, it's literally the best utility mon out there with its prankster ability. The only thing now is when they ban Swagger. If it didn't ban Swagger, it probably would have gone in the first round, most likely.
Swagger is stupid. I ran it back when it was still a thing.
It,
And
it, it gets it got broken so quickly. That's why they banned it.
that's
Full
Swag Fire.
Steve. S- Steve versus Shady.
Oh dear
Yeah,
God, that was a horrible matchup.
I remember that. This slug.
Week 1 of the GBA ever.
Hey, whatever happened to that one series he started? Shady used Rage.
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
He did one episode of it against like a Klefki. He had a +6 Mamoswine, and it killed it.
That's ridiculous.
And it went for Thunderwave on the Mamoswine because he's smart.
Oh my God.
Genius.
But your next one is another Pokemon that was already on the team for you. It was probably one of the best Pokemons in UU, and that's Porygon 2.
Yes. This thing is a monster. If you slap on an Eviolite, this thing will not lose to a special attacker. It gets Thunder Wave, Toxic, a lot of utility moves, and a actually very diverse first attacking move pool with Tri Attack, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Discharge if you really want that Paralyze. There's just overall good move. Mon gets recovery. Nothing that's you can say is bad about it. I mean, it adds to a fighting weakness on my team, but I have some things to stop it, which always works out.
No, yeah, it's definitely a good mon with that Eviolite. It will eat up hits. I mean, even with the knockoff off, it still eat a decent hit on the special side, which isn't bad. But yeah, that Eviolite will really come in handy on that mon. So people better run knockoff, or they will not be able to take out that Porygon 2 very easily.
Yeah.
Or you just have a Terrakion who can just close combat and knock it out in one hit. But yeah, no.
Yes.
But it was definitely a good mon. I feel like that was definitely a positive thing for you to not throw away. I think that was definitely a good thing on your part. But your next mon you decided to keep. You decided to keep your Mega. You decided to keep Mega Blastoise.
So Mega Blastoise actually has really good stats. I did not know this because I've never actually used Mega Blastoise in battle before this, but I looked at it and I was thinking about it, and it actually has pretty good stats. It has 103 attack, 120 defense, 135 special attack, and 115 special defense. And I was thinking about it, it's like that's pretty good. So, and it has Rapid Spin support, which could be really helpful to me. and it's good. It's a good bulky water type, which my team didn't have,
Uh-huh.
and
One of the
and
best parts about Mega Blastoise is just one of those mons that can just take literally any one hit and
Hmm.
then hit back really hard.
That's very true. That's
and
very true.
and so I was between this and trading this out for Mega Pinsir, and I was thinking I was like, Mega Blastoise is OUB, so I can get those 40 points and maybe get like an RU or an extra UU or something like that later with one of my other picks, and I
Yeah,
actually got
because most
Klefki,
people get it.
like helped got Klefki with
Yeah,
that extra
since you weren't
points.
around for the actual draft, I wasn't sure how well you understood that, so I was gonna bring that up, but it's good that you did your research.
And it helped out. I mean, it's going to be fine for my team. It gets great support with Rapid Spin, and I can technically run offense if I really want to with Aqua Jet. We
I
saw
also
that.
respect you for being the only person to use an OUB Mega, I think.
Is he the only one saying an OUB Mega?
I
I think
think
so.
so.
Let's double check that just to make sure.
Um,
Mega Gardevoir, Mega Venusaur, Mega Alakazam, Mega
yeah, I
Sizzle,
am.
Mega
Yep,
Togepi.
yep,
Yes,
he's
I
the only
am.
one with an OUB Mega. That's
Yeah.
what's good about it is like you said that you can run Fake Out on it. It does get Fake Out. It does get Rapid Spin, like you said. You could run or you can just run the standard special attacking one with Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, Water Pulse, stuff like that. To just wide, it can learn a good variety of moves that can get boosted by the Mega Launcher that can add a lot of coverage moves for you. So, Mega Blastoise is definitely a decent Mega for an OUB mod.
Yeah.
Now, now your next mine, I was very excited that you picked this up because I was really shocked that no one drafted it in the whole entire league. I would have picked it up if I
Fuck.
had more room for it.
Listen to this guy. Shocked he didn't pick it up.
Haha, but
Yeah, he
Oh, that
prepared a
was a good
speech for
one.
this and everything.
Of
That was
course,
good.
I had it written down right in front of me. But I love Zapdos, and I think that was a great pick for you. So explain why you decided to pick that up.
I actually have no idea what I dropped for. I don't remember. But Zapdos overall is a good electric type. I mean, I kind of have one in Magnezone for later, but I like the bulk and opportunity that Zapdos gives me. It also gets me more hazard clearing support and defog if I really need to. It gets good attacking moves and Thunderbolt Volt Switch, of course. Heat
Uh,
Wave is nice to beat those pesky Feral Thorns if you really want to.
Plus, it
HP
gets
Ice is,
both Volt Switch and U-turn, so you can run a different one depending on your matchup.
Yep,
I
that's
think
very
when I
true.
run a, I think I'm gonna run U-turn every week. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea just like because ground types would love to switch in on it,
Hmm.
Hmm.
and also like maybe Lightning Rod or Motor
Maybe I
Drive.
should run both of them so I can get those waters and those grounds off.
You could.
You could, and what's nice
I
about it is it
could.
has a really good defensive stat, so you can eat up defensive hits pretty well,
Mm.
and it can be a definitely good defensive wall for you if you didn't want to bring Porygon 2 one week. You can always bring that instead.
Also, I want to see a choice banded Zapdos at some point with
Sure
Drill
thing.
Peck and Wild Charge and U-turn and something else.
Do you want me to run mixed and bring Heatwave?
Yeah, sure, run mixed and bring Hitwave as well.
Let me
Choice
see.
banded Heat
If I
Wave.
see a choice band on this thing,
Oh, I'm gonna run for
Steel Wing to hit
Facade.
those fairies.
Facade. And I'll run Facade.
You know, Facade just in case you get
No,
burned.
Fly.
Yeah.
Fly. Sorry, I gotta run
Oh
Fly.
yeah, oh yeah, Fly.
I mean, you gotta get that stat fly, or you can just run a
Mhm.
fly power herb for that Venusaur, Mega
Oh,
Venusaur.
and Giga
True.
Impact.
Why am I running Giga Impact? That's so true.
I mean, it gets a wide variety of assortment of moves, and Zapdos is just one of those good mons that, like I said, I was honestly really surprised that no one picked it up during the regular draft. So I think it was smart for you to pick it up.
Mhm. In your next Pokemon, it's like a lot of Pokemon, like such as Florges, get screwed when it comes to their abilities. But this thing gets three amazing ones.
It does. You decided to pick up Reunic. No, you didn't decide. It was already there. You already had Reuniclus. Decide why you decided to keep it.
Well, it is a bulkier version of Alakazam. It literally has Magic Guard. I mean, technically it doesn't have Trace, so but still, most people use regular Magic Guard on regular Alakazam. It gets Regenerator if you really need to, and if it gets Overcoat, which actually could be very helpful if you're running something going against something like maybe a Balloon team, and
Hmm.
that's pretty much a straight Balloon counter because you can come in and just drop a Size Shock. any prior damage and it kills if you're not running the sash. Um,
Mm,
and overall, it has a good special attack stat, and most of my threats offensively on the team are physical at this moment of time. So I was like, this is a good keep for me to have, and I need to keep an RU. So I was like, Reinkless is probably my best RU to keep.
I want to see it physical with assault vest,
Assault
drain
Vest.
punch, explosion. Does it get a physical psychic type move? Like,
Let me
does it
see.
get like Psycho Cut?
Let me look up.
It also gets superpower and the elemental punches. It's
It gets
potential.
Zen Headbutt. You can run Zen Headbutt on
Oh
it.
yeah,
Is
Zen
it
Headbutt.
really?
It also gets Knockoff.
There you go.
It gets knockoff. Perfect.
That's a powerful set right there. Knockoff, explosion, Zen Headbutt,
And Drain
and
Punch.
a coverage move.
I mean, you also could you could run a specially defensive one since its HP stat's 110 and its special defensive stat is 85. So
And
you
it
could
gets Regenerator.
you could run a max HP, max special defense set and run stuff like Toxic on it, Calm Mind. You could run T Wave. You could run Substitute. You could run Acid Armor if you really wanted to.
Magic Guard, Flame Orb, Psycho Shift. Does he get
Also,
Psycho Shift?
did you mention Trick Room?
I
I did
did
not.
not.
He does get Trick Room, and your team is sort of on the slow side. So,
Well, I don't think just his team in general, but like certain things like could definitely benefit, like Magnezone, Emboar, and Mega Blastoise.
Hmm.
I mean, you could run zero investment into Dragonite. So,
And you do have Uniclus and Porygon too, two very good Trick Room centers. So
That
definitely
is
see
very
it.
true.
well, you definitely have some good mons in that. So,
But yeah,
so your next mon was definitely an interesting pick. Did you
let's
have
go on
this?
to Blaziken real quick.
You decided to pick up Emboar. Uh,
Yes. I actually had Blaziken, and I had people to choose from, and this was actually the last one I picked. I did not know what I wanted to do with this last pick. I knew I needed a fire type bad, and I got rid of Blaziken, and I was like, what can I do? And looking through, I was like, I mean, I guess Embor's better. It gets better move sets, better abilities because it's only Blaziken, and it has a lot. I think it's just overall just a better mon than Blaziken is, and having two fighting types really isn't the end of the world to me. So I think Emboar is going to be a better option and just get that fire type in for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I mean with the reckless ability, it's definitely gonna come in handy for a lot of different things. You can run like head charge and stuff like that to
Head Smash,
smash whatever.
Power.
It like he has a lot of good moves that can benefit. I believe he gets to get impact as well. So you or yeah, I think also gets double edge. You could run double edge on it and just get those boosts from it. And it's just a decent mod. It has some good natural bulk to it as well, so you don't have
Uh-huh.
to worry about being too frail like Blaziken was.
It gets really good moves, honestly, like Sucker Punch, freaking Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, Superpower.
Superpower.
The only thing that does kind of screw it is like it doesn't get an incredibly reliable fighting move.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of them
'cause-
either like lower his stats or they lower his HP. So it's like,
Or you could just be real and run Brick Break.
I mean, it's good. I
Break
mean,
them screens.
yeah, I mean, someone's gonna set up screens, especially that Cresselia out there. You can just try to stop him from setting up screens and just go for that brick break. So
Poison Jab, kill them fairies.
Hmm.
I mean,
Power Punch.
you aren't weak to the fairy type thing, so due to the fire resistance, so it's definitely gonna be nice. You could just go for a poison jab and do a lot of damage to like Sylveon or something.
Nickname it Ganon.
Oh dear God.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Rather nickname it Fluffy.
Yes,
Such
name it Fluffy.
such a nice, cute mon. Just so
Yeah, make it
fluffy.
shiny too.
It's a Fluffy. I'm gonna die. So let's talk about your next mon. You decided to have Magnezone.
So Magnezone is a good steel type and a strong electric type. It also gets the ability Magnet Pull, which is very good for mons that can threaten me, such as Scizor, Mega Sizzle. I'm not sure if anybody in my division has that. I'm not
Pharaoh
sure.
Thorn, who you face in this
Fair, yeah.
match.
Yes, I am facing a Ferrothorn this week, and just a lot of, and then it also has Analytic, which is actually very good in getting catching people on the switches who don't expect it to be Analytic, and just
You,
catch an Analytic boosting like Thunderbolt on a switch, which could be very damaging, and it also gets sturdy. And so if you really don't need either of them, you can just drop sturdy on it and lead with it and catch that earthquake and kill 'em.
I want you to run sturdy weakness policy.
Down. Got it in my notepad.
Nice.
Well, it's gonna be nice though with the when you try to with his ability to keep all like the steel types in, you could for those Ferrothorns and Scizors and stuff just run Hidden Power Fire, and most likely Oko with the high 130 attack special attack stat of a Magna Zone. So it's gonna do a lot of damage to it, and I mean it only has 70 base HP, so it's not doesn't have the highest HP in the world, but it can still do a lot of damage. So uh, it's definitely a good pick, especially on the steel side. Like you already had a steel and electro typing, but I feel like these two steel electro typing together is something that people should not forget about. 'Cause it's definitely putting plenty of work. Now this is your next mon was the last mon you had that you had to drop to pick something else up, and you dropped the Pavilion, which I was happy for because I didn't really agree with that pick in the first place. Because you picked up the very next mon was the exact same thing, practically just better. But
New York Yankees.
you decided to go with the New York Yankees and Primeape. Explain that pick.
I just like Primeape as a Pokemon. I mean, I know it's not the most viable thing in anything really. I mean, NU it's decent, but honestly, it has a decent speed tier 95, and it's not the best, but it also has a 105 base attack with one of the best abilities in the game in Defiant, with a incredibly diverse move set. If just going down the list on Showdown, you get Close Combat, Earthquake, Fire Punch, Encore, Gunk Shot, Low Kick, Night Slash, Outrage, Heat Wave, no, Heat Wave, Overheat, Poison Jab, Power Punch, Rock Slide, Seed Bomb, Stone Edge, Thunder Punch, and U-Turn.
It's maybe run Choice Banded with U-Turn, Gunk Shot, Outrage, and Close Combat.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna do a lot of damage to anything, and with the Switch Initiative and U-Turn, it's definitely gonna come in handy.
It's a really cool mod.
And it's definitely a good mon, like you said. It has a tiny bit of natural bulk to it. It's not too bulky, but it can live a hit on the special side, I believe. I could be wrong.
If it's weak, it's 65 HP with 70 special defense. It's not bulky.
So it's just
Really.
his HP is what's low. So if his HP
Yeah.
was a little higher, you probably would be able to live a hit better. But
Yeah, it'd be decent if it had HP good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, his HP sort of sucks. So that's what sucks about with it. But running a choice band, a choice scarf, it's definitely gonna do a lot of damage to something. So it's definitely a positive thing.
Oh yeah, Primeape is so cool.
And,
Also,
I mean,
definitely should run a Anger Point, get your attack up 12 stages. If you get hit by a critical hit.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm gonna run Sash.
Sash,
And
Anger
I'm
Point,
and
bring
I'm
it
gonna
in on like
switch
a
in onto that.
Drapion.
No, I'm gonna spray into the Kingdra, the Scopeland's Kingdra on the focus energy. I'm gonna kill with the close combat.
Get plus 12 attack.
I'm just gonna
That's scary.
press close combat.
It actually, like, I know you can only go up to plus 6, but in its description it says plus 12.
Yeah, it says its attack is raised.
I'm assuming that, like, means, like, if its attack was lowered, it just maximizes it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's saying. So if you're at -6, it would bring you back up to +6.
I should try that.
She has attack lower to -6, and then like, oh look, there's a critical hit. Let me get back up to +6. Thank you.
Let's try that.
And then you gotta get baton pass on a few into things. Could be good. Does it get baton pass?
It does not get to baton
It
pass. I wish it did.
pass baton with those hands. He's not a team player.
He's a solo runner.
Yeah.
Speaking of baton pass, though, our next mon in Yan Mega, you decided to keep that, which I thought was much better than the Pavilion pick that was picked beforehand.
He doesn't have any hands. How does it baton pass?
Tom passes with his wings. He passes all the abilities off of his speedy, faster wings.
I don't want to touch that thing's wings. Those things are moving at like Sonic speed.
Explain your pick and why you decided to go with Yon Mega.
Well, at this point, I didn't have a UU, or I did actually had a Porygon, so I didn't think about it like that. But I thought that bug and special side of flying was needed. I didn't actually have any flying stab because both Zapdos, can't talk, and Zapdos and Dragonite really don't have any reliable special attacking moves that are for flying type. And Air Slash is pretty reliable. And my thing, Bug Buzz goes through substitutes, which is nice to have. I don't have any of those types of mons, unless it gets speed boost, which is a great ability, and it can
So
top
Tinted
pass.
Lens is powerful.
True. So
And just because like I can't get over the fact that it learns Baton Pass, am I the only one who was like imagining Game Freak headquarters having like dragonfly races?
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Oh my
kind of
One
want
god.
to
time,
go
actually,
to Game Freak
we
headquarters,
went
see
we
what they
went
do.
canoeing. Me and my family, we went canoeing, and
Uh,
there were these dragonflies, and they were quote unquote wrestling.
What?
I
nice.
think you know what I mean by wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm perfect. Yeah,
And
yeah.
they landed on my grandmother's head. So that was funny.
I feel so sorry for your grandmother.
Nah, she was cool about it.
Well, there you go then. But I think if people let you set up a substitute and then get protect after that and not allow the substitute go down while you have all those speed boosts up, one baton pass into something, that next mon is just going to sweep whatever speed it's going to be at. So you can go into Primeape, you can go into Emboar, you can go into Blastoise, you can go into Dragonite if you want to, if you are that real. You can go to Weavile if you're that real. Like,
Hmm.
it it's a great, hopefully, because it's a much better speed boost baton passer than Scolipede is, in my opinion. Just because normally you have to have a rock or a flying type move to take it out, or a flying type move to take it out. I mean, flying or electric. Um, and we saw in the GBA that Scolipede can't really get a speed boost off, and uh, and correctly get into something and actually have it work out. So
Yeah, but Jan Mega's job usually isn't to baton pass. You usually just
It's
kind of
usually to get your own
handles
speed
things
and
itself.
finish the game. Yeah, like game sweep.
Hmm.
well, still, if you can successfully get off a baton pass into another mon and have that mon get all that speed boost and actually do some work with it.
I want you to at some point get the ancient power boost.
I'm gonna get the boost and baton pass it away.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Baton pass it into Weavile and heat up a close combat.
There you go.
Eat up the close. Got it. Eat. I'll do
Make
that.
sure you run max physically defensive Weavile.
Or just
Pickpocket for the ability.
Yeah.
or
No
just
No.
item. No
uh,
item.
pass that into the Dragonite, and then the Dragonite's pretty much going to sweep everything. It will eat up any hit, and then just continue to just demolish everything. So
He's not lying.
like that just scares me. I'm not gonna have fun going against your team at all.
Mixed Dragonite.
Well, man, that's just trying to just thinking about it now scares me. I'm not excited for week 5. But
Offensive man. Saying you're not excited to face him. But, I think we're done talking about Jan Mega, right?
yeah, I think we're done.
Alright, speaking of being excited to face people, who are you most excited to face?
Not sure if you want to call it most excited or most like
Well, who do you feel like you have a good matchup against, maybe? Like, who do you feel like your team can, like, beat the easiest?
who do
Just
I
through
feel
the
like I can
matchup alone?
beat?
Yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, it doesn't have to be like that. It's just, like, in general, who do you think, like,
well,
you'll have the
I
most
feel
fun with, or just anything like that?
I feel like trying to make a team for the Feraligators is gonna be pretty fun because I kind of like the regenerator core he has going on
Yeah.
with literally 4 months, or I think it was 4 months. Moon gives me and
I
Chow.
don't think I versed the Florida for alligators, which makes me happy, because I hate Tornadus Therian. It has wrecked me in OU so many times. Like, I always run a Heatran on my team when I play OU just for that thing. Like, because I don't see it too often, but when I do, it wrecks me. And like, I even saw one with hidden power ground just for like Heatrans, and I just got completely destroyed. It wasn't fun.
It sounds pretty fun for the for that person using it against you.
Well, you know what? I'm not touching him with a 30.5 foot pole, so you know.
Um, but yeah, it will definitely be interesting to see. But he only has three monsters right now in the core. He might be picking up a fourth one during the free agency. We never
If
know.
he gets Alamalama, I quit. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Go get another friend, okay? I'm just done at that point.
You don't have to go against it, so why do you care?
Well, I mean, playoffs are a thing, and no one is killing Alamalama. No one is. If he
Oh
just
my
brings
god.
it every week and just wins, because it won't die, and it'll toxic stall you and all hell.
Well, I mean, the Zapdos and the Magnezone can probably deal with it just fine.
I mean,
Or a wild charge from the
it's gonna eat up electric moves, and it's gonna be a weakness policy, so it can actually break a substitute on Gallade.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's gonna be. I hope he picks it up now, just to see you rage.
Alamalama can suck a. That's what I have to say about him picking that up. And I don't care how off topic we are. Jared, I know you're watching this. If you pick up Alamalama, I will find you.
You just
And
said his name wrong, by the way.
what?
You said his name wrong.
Who? Oh
Alabama.
yeah, Hyair. Hyair. I'm just saying, don't do it.
Um,
Don't you dare do it. And I know you're going to just because you're watching this, and it's gonna. I don't know, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna cry a little because I know you can drop Seismitoad and pick it up. And it makes me sad.
so,
Cry every time.
to, since we know that he doesn't want to go, if we had to ask him that question, who he doesn't want to go against, it would definitely be the Florida Alligators. Who do you not want to go against? Boo, who do you not want to go against?
Well, looking around at teams and my conference, I'm trying to make sure this is the person in my division. Well, the Regigigas actually feel give me a threat because I like, even though most people
Definitely.
don't, I like Halucha because in OU I just love to set up sub SDs, and if you get the Unburden boost with a superior as well, you're literally going to get +2 killed from either side of the uh, attacking spectrum, and I feel those are big threats as well. Mega Scizor, it can be bulky. He has a lot of offense that you don't know he's gonna bring. I feel
I
scared
think I think the most like not the most fun, but like one of the best times I've ever had playing Pokemon is when Halucha was in UU.
that was that was
That
fun.
thing tore up the tier.
That's why it's not in UU anymore.
I know, it makes me sad. He's a cool little guy.
So, I mean, you don't have to go against the Cincinnati Regigigas until week 3, so it's definitely going to be a good thing for you there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you just have some time to prepare and see what type of sets he's bringing to other matches, and so you can try to get some sort of mindset of into into his mind. So it's definitely not a bad thing. But
definitely.
is there anything else you would like to say about your draft or about any other teams or anything like that?
Wait a
Camp
second.
Ducks.
Did
Just
we
saying.
ever ask him if he's played in another league?
Oh no, we never did. Since you said you've been playing for a year and a half, did you ever play in another draft league or any sort of league type format?
Actually, I did. I played in Cam's league. Actually, I played longer than Cam. I played in that league for 4 seasons. I played the original season. Cam came for season 2 and 3, 4, and
Was it as unbalanced as Cam said?
yeah, it was pretty unbalanced.
Yeah, it was just like anyone can get as many as any tiers they want, so it's kind of like
Yeah, it's 11 or 12 rounds of just random picks. So if something slides, like we had Latios go to the 8th round, and Cam was like, "Can I have Latios?" And we're like, "Sure, Cam, go right ahead." It's a little unbalanced, it was, but
Yeah, he told me that he had like 10,
Yeah, Cam was good.
9 or 10 OUs, and then like 1 or 2 UUs, and he
Yeah.
just freaking like went undefeated for so freaking long. He just destroyed everybody.
Yeah, he actually won last year
Yeah,
in
so
season 3.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how he transitioned from that type of league to a draft league format where there's actual like you had to have certain tiers and all that. So
Yeah.
Yeah. In here, it's a bit like I think everyone is on an even level, at least to an extent. Like maybe some people did slightly better at drafting than others, but there's no teams that are significantly better.
no, I mean we won't know who's really gonna be the best right now until we see the first week matchups. So
I
That's
mean,
true.
even the first week matches, like you can't really tell still.
no,
I
but
think until we get like halfway through the season, we won't fully uh be able to like say who's better.
no, that's definitely true. Because I mean I remember in the GBA they thought Mulvone had the worst draft, and yet he's like in the top 2 of the GBA. So
I
Mhm.
thought Molvon had a great draft. I just felt like Weavile Mega Manectric was a great core from the start,
It's just
and he
that
had some great bulk to go with him.
people just thought that a lot of his things had like very little versatility is the thing.
That's
yeah,
true. And it doesn't really need to. I mean,
Because it's
what he
it's literally
has
like
is working.
Mega Manectric has the exact same moveset like 100% of the time. Weavile, you always know what it's gonna do. Talonflame, it's just like it's gonna do anything but Brave Bird. I'll tell you that much.
yeah, and
It's true.
Gliscor is normally always going to be the defensive set majority of the time with Toxic
Mhm.
Heal. I mean, he went 3, 4 weeks unable to finally get a freaking Toxic Heal off on that damn thing.
I did really like sub bulk up Gallade.
That
That
was
was that
amazing.
was cool.
I
I
really
liked
did
that.
like that. It was nice to see Gallade put in work. I think I've used it in RU before, and like I remember
It's
using
really good
RU,
in RU.
and
Yeah,
like I saw no other teams with it,
it's
which
really good in
is
RU
it's a
right now.
stupid thing.
I mean, I've run Mega Gallade before just because his stats get really powerful once he Mega Evolves, and Mega Gallade can put in some finesse of work, so.
I'm really glad they didn't like mirror it with Mega Gardevoir.
Oh, yeah, that would have sucked.
If his special defense were like 65, that would be terrible.
Yeah, yeah, Gallade ironically does have really good, like, good special defense, so.
And physical defense, like it can
It
definitely
does.
hit.
I mean, we saw that with a couple of bulk ups, and he just ate up hits for days.
hmm
So that was definitely nice. And just like, let me just sweep your whole entire team.
Yeah,
No problem.
I ran like a assault vest Gallade before, and it just like it takes hits like nobody's business. Like I remember like I got like freaking flamethrowered by something, and then it's just like the guy's like typing in the chat like, "Why is this doing nothing?"
AV, buddy, AV.
I know, but even then, I told him it's a Solvez, and he was like, "I know, but what the hell? It's a Gallade."
Yeah, Gallade has what? Base 70, 75 base special defense?
115.
Really? That's
I'm
Yeah,
that
looking at
that
it
high?
right
thing,
now.
that thing is thick,
Ah.
thick on the special side. I mean thick,
Yeah.
so thick,
Okay, we're
and
good.
it's definitely got some more girth than those upper arms, though.
Alright, then with that, I think we probably should get off here before Xavier
He has
continues to
no love in
barrels.
his heart, no compassion. He was stabbed.
Shout out to Galate's Girth.
Alright, thank you everyone who came out to watch this episode of Meet the Coaches. I'm Ty523 here with with my co-host Xavier, and we will see you all in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.